Hello Hex Kittens, welcome back to Knitting is a Drag. Today, we're gonna be hookers. Today's episode is the first episode all about crochet. And I'm going to teach you all the basics. And when you're done, you can make this beautiful crocheted sampler scarf. Alright, let's get to hooking. Alright, we are going to give you a demonstration of the three most basic crochet stitches. We have your single crochet, your half double crochet, and your double crochet. Alright, first we're going to make our slip knot. Flip your yarn over, pull the working yarn up, making a new loop. Put your hook right there to help you. Tighten her up. That goes on your hook, and then we're going to chain. So a chain stitch is when you take your yarn over and pull through. Yarn over, pull through. That is all there is to the chain stitch. Yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, pull through. You just chain as many as your project calls for. Alright, so I have 15 stitches chained right here, and we're going to single crochet. And so when you single crochet, you can't go back and you don't go into this first one where the loop is coming out of. So if we want 15 stitches to stay on there, we need to chain one more, start turning chain, and then we're going to work for the first row just in the top loops. So for a single crochet, you insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through two loops, and you continue that all the way down. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through two loops. And that is all there is to the single crochet. Work your way through, so it's put your hook through, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through two. As you can see, when you go in, it's very much a scooping motion. You're kind of scooping the yarn, and then your hook head should be down when it comes through so that it's not catching on top of here. So you'll see again as you yarn over, you twist it down and you pull through two. And that's one single crochet. Yarn over, pull through a loop, yarn over, pull through two. Alright, I'm going to continue on all the way down. Let's see this. Insert, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull through two. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through two. There we go. There we go, our last one. Pull through that loop, yarn over, pull through two. Then we have one whole row of single crochet. And to get to the next row, we're going to chain 1 to get to the height, turn our work, and now that we have a little bit more bulk to it, we're actually going to go into the actual stitch. We're going to go under both of the loops, not just the top loop, but under both. And then we will yarn over, pull up that loop, yarn over, and pull through 2. As you see, we got through under the whole stitch this time. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through 2. And that's all there is to single crochet. Split the yarn a little bit. Get into there. So that's why it's important to make sure that that hook tip is angled down when you're coming through. Sometimes you can catch on things. Yarn over through 2. So it's a little bit more awkward, I feel, at the beginning because you have less to hold on to with your hand. Once you get a little bit more fabric established, it's always a little bit quicker. Go. And we're almost at the end of the row. Go. We finished another row. So I'm going to do a few more rows of the single crochet, and then I will show you how that looks. Alright, so we finished 10 rows of single crochet. So you can see how that looks. Pretty much the same on both sides. Now we're going to do the half double crochet. So for the half double crochet, to start the row, we're going to chain 2, so it's a little taller of a stitch than the single crochet. And we're going to yarn over before going into the stitch. Then we're going to insert our hook under the whole stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and we're going to pull through all 3 of those loops. And that has created a half double crochet. And we'll continue. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, and pull through all 3. And continue on doing this. And I have to say, I love half double crochets. I think they're probably my favorite crochet stitch. I just like the size and the look of them and the feel of them. So I use them a lot when I can. I think that's pretty common from what I've heard. A lot of people seem to like the half double crochet. It's a nice fun stitch and it looks really nice. Let's see, all right, we're starting to go. All right, so let's yarn over, insert, so that you're under the whole stitch. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. And that is how we half double crochet. And there we are. go. See, now that we have all this extra fabric to hold on to, it makes it so much easier too. So much quicker. And all three. And we have one row of half double crochets. All right, I'm gonna make a couple more rows and then I will check back in. All right, so now I did 10 rows of the half double crochet, so you can kind of see the difference. Like the single crochet is a lot tighter, a little bit denser. The half double crochet is a little bit bigger, has a little bit more openness to it. It's a little bit bulkier, it's a little bigger, gives a little bit more texture of a look to it. Next, we're going to do double crochets. All right, so for double crochets, we're gonna chain 3 this time. I'm gonna turn. Now, the chain 3 is gonna count as our first double crochet. So we're not gonna work into this first stitch, but we're gonna work into the second stitch. And to do a double crochet, you're going to yarn over, like we did for the half double crochet, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then we're going to yarn over, but only pull through 2 this time, and then yarn over again, pull through 2, and that is a double crochet. So you yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And that is how we do it. So it's yarn over, pull up that loop, because with the half double crochet you would pull through all 3, but we're only doing 2. And it gives us a little bit of extra height. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Double crochets are widely used as you continue with your crocheting. These are the stitches you primarily use to make granny squares, which everyone is usually pretty familiar with what granny squares look like. Everyone knows someone or has had a granny square blanket somewhere in their life, I would imagine. And these would be the stitches that we'd use for that. But yeah, so these are always a good one to know. So yarn over, insert your hook, over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And that's all there is to that one. And there we go, we got our first row of double crochets. I'm gonna do a couple more rows and I will be right back. Alright, so when you get to the end of the second row of double crochet, because of the way we had that chain 3 stitch, your final stitch will go right into the gap right there. And then we pull up, and that makes the final stitch. And then the same thing when you work all the way back, you'll work in the stitches as you go down, and then just work right into the, after you do that one, you would work into this actual gap, because it's a little too hard to get into those little chain stitches. All right, let me just finish up some of these and I'll show you what it all looks like at the end. All right, so there we are. Now you can see all the rows of double crochet. They're much longer than the ones that came before, which was the half doubles, and then the single crochets. And Now what you have here is, if you continue on following this pattern, you have your very first little sampler scarf of crochet. And I will link to the pattern down below so that you can get your own printable version of it on Ravelry. And when you've made as many repeats as you want, the final step would be take your scissors, cut your yarn, pull it through the loop, fasten it off, and then we weave in the ends. Alright, so weaving in the ends, you take your darning needle, I like to work down through here a little bit, and work through this part of where the stitch started in the bottom on the row below it, so that it can kind of hide nicely with inside the stitch. Work it all the way through the stitches and pull it through. And then we trim it. And there we go. And that's how we weave in our ends.
Alright, that's everything. You're officially a hooker, baby! And now you know how to make this beautiful crocheted scarf. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you next time when we continue to find out why knitting's a drag, and sometimes crochet. See you later, Hex Kittens. Stay hexy.